What is up, everybody? I got my buddy Capt Todd Sheltra with me today. It is Saturday after I almost said Halloween. It's Saturday after Thanksgiving. It is blowing like a son of a SOB up here. Easily blowing 20, if not a touch more, this morning out of the west, southwest. We left my house at 7 this morning, and it was 28, 29 degrees.
Yeah, 30 when I pulled in the driveway.
Yeah, 30, 29, 30. Wind howled all night. Somebody lost their pumpkin.
Oh.
Good deer food right there. Todd and I got out. We got just past the beach house, the bathhouse at Oneida Shores this morning. Put the trolling motor down and started trolling with the wind. And we didn't even get the first 4 rods out. And I had one before I'd even clipped it on, bit it in my hand. And then I had that one, and we fired another one. We had
Same time.
We had 4 sets of doubles almost instantly. Todd's freezer doesn't have any walleyes in it, so we kept 2 limits. We got 10 fish in the boat. We put back
that many.
We put back at least 10 shorts, and then I also put back our biggest fish of the day. It was 23 1/4.
I can send you that picture.
Yeah, I got a picture of it. We didn't get any video out there this morning because the wind was howling so bad that you wouldn't have heard a thing we said. But I do want to show you guys what we were getting them on. All right, all we were doing was flatline trolling. My kind of rule of thumb is if I'm 16 foot or over, I run them back 100 feet. If I'm 16 foot or under, I run them back between 50 and 75, depending on the bait and how deep it's going to dig. This one has been my best now for a week. This is what I call the Emma color pattern after my daughter. She picked this out years ago. This is that's a flicker shad, a Berkeley Frenzy flicker shad.
On the port side of the boat, this was the best one.
That one is that's a Rapala tail dancer in the purple descent color. That one was very good. And then we were fishing 2 different size of the Berkeley flicker minnow. This is the smaller size in the metallic perch. That's been excellent for multiple days now.
This is the larger purple. It's like a purple mirrored finish.
Yeah, that's the same. So that's the flicker minnow as well. That's the bigger size flicker minnow. Man, this wind. There's whitecaps in the river. That's got to tell you something.
25 to 30 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's howling. But, you know, I've said this before. The beauty of this lake, and Todd and I were talking about it, I don't care how hard the wind blows or from what direction. You might have to trailer, but you can go fish this lake somewhere. Whatever shoreline, there's always a place. And even on the west end today, we were in full force wind, but because it didn't have very much time and distance offshore, we were only in 1s and 2 footers. It wasn't bad as far as being rough.
They would have been 4 footers, but the tops were getting blown off.
Getting blown right up. And if you were farther east out into the open lake, it would have been gnarly. No question. Another important thing that I'll say about this trolling setup is, again, we're only flatline trolling. I run 10-pound Cortland master braid that's got 4-pound diameter. So it cuts that water and it lets that bait really dig to its maximum. And we were only going, my best speed was 1.7. Everything's going with the wind. Now, I would have liked to went a little slower, but the wind was pushing us so hard, you couldn't have went under 1.7 and kept control. So we were between 1.7 and 2.0, and so I'm running straight 10-pound braid to 10-pound fluorocarbon, about 10 feet of it, down to just a snap, and it's as simple a flat line trolling as you could do. It's no different than what we do for browns.
You could do it out of any boat.
Out of any boat.
You need a couple of rod holders.
Yep.
We use cleaner boards because there's two of us and we can run more rods. But you certainly would not need to.
No, and you could have done them just flat off the corners with one rod apiece. Yeah. You could have held the rod on either side. I mean, that probably would have been fun to feel them crack it.
Friendly way you can fish out here, and productive because you cover a lot of water.
Yeah, we made 3 passes. The first pass this morning was lights out. It was double after double after double. We had probably 15 of our total fish count or more. And we took that first one all the way to the green buoy at 133. The second pass, we pulled and ran back into the wind. Didn't go quite as far west, and I think that might have been our issue.
I think so too.
Because the second pass, we only had one bite. It was that big one, and we took it again all the way to the green buoy.
I think those fish moved into the wind.
Yeah, most likely, because so in this kind of a wind, how deep do you think that wind curve goes? All the way to the bottom?
It's 16 feet of water.
Yeah.
It's all turbulent down there.
So they're facing into the wind, coming this way, and we're trolling with the wind, so that bait's coming at them. And we had multiples that had the front treble in their mouth that they hit it head first. So, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, I mean, we were busy this morning. I couldn't have pulled my phone out and even done over-the-shoulder video. We didn't have time. I didn't take a sip of coffee.
I don't think there might have been, in that 1 hour period of that first pass, there might have been 2 instances where we actually had all 4 rods in the water.
At the same time.
Most of the time we couldn't get 4 out.
Agreed. And we were doubled most of the time. You'd hit one and you'd start watching the other tips, and there'd be another one go. And today, we only had one non-walleye. We had one big smallmouth that jumped us off. Everything else has been walleye. Now, in the last couple days, it's been equal. It's been walleye, smallmouth, and pickerel too, and perch. Perch have been eating these lures. Today it was all walleye, so I'm not unhappy about that at all. But yeah, it was fun. Oh boy, somebody lost a deck chair. Or a hot tub, one of the two. Got stuff floating down the river here. I don't know what it is. All right, well, we're going to call it a day. We had a great one. We're going to get back to the house safe and sound here. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for joining us. Keep your tip up.